we're sort of training the mind to live in that place of, like, because we understand that our brain will search out the things that we suggest for it to search out, right? The vast majority of Americans do not understand. Maybe they've heard at some point that they can control the sea within to a certain extent, but most don't realize that. They let emotion, frustration, life wash over them and they become, I mean, we hear this all the time too, right? They sort of develop kind of a victim mentality. Things are happening to me. I'm not happening to them, right? And I feel like that is a thing that a lot of Americans do. And what's so weird is we also do this thing where we have a tendency to just kind of like commiserate together. And I think that that's because we're fundamentally empathetic people.
Well, it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels good to be validated, to bring people into my corner, to support, like, oh, I am hurt, or this thing's happened to me, or my job sucks. And
yeah. And so that's, we do that. But the problem with that is then
we enable victimhood.
Because everybody's complaining. And it's like we one up each other. Oh, you think that's bad? Well, wait till you hear this. Yeah. And then when we do that, we're sort of training the mind to live in that place of, like, because we understand that our brain will search out the things that we suggest for it to search out, right? It's the same process. And, this is another cognitive process that happens. You ever been shopping for a car? And then as soon as you're shopping for that car, you start to see it everywhere.
Everywhere.
Right? All we've done is we've just tuned the radio station of our brain into that particular vehicle. And the same thing happens with complaining or commiserating or misery. When we are tuning our brain to finding the things that are, with each other that are terrible, and like, we're just going to feel like, oh my gosh, there's so much bad. When we tune our brain to gratitude, we will find ways to be thankful. That's what you are such a great example of. That's what this podcast, your listeners, are a great example of, because you're hearing the word gratitude over and over and over again. And so you're going to be conscious, cognitive, aware. And as a result, you find more of it in your life. And so I think that the finding the frustration is, for me, nothing more than an enabling power that I'm giving myself the ability to pause and to simply ask a question. And this is the key. The key to this cognitive process is to ask. So when I'm in that place of frustration, anxiety, fear, whatever it is, if I've given my brain the training and I understand that I can do something about it, the way that I do it is I ask a question. And what's interesting, when we ask our brain a question, we'll typically answer. So what we talk about in the book and the way that we phrase it when we go and speak is, when you feel the frustration, you pause and you simply ask the following question: what am I frustrated about? Just that little moment in time, Randy, is an unlocking power.